Technology in teaching English as a foreign language. Step 4, Unit 2. ICT in foreign language teaching and learning. The technology has become a feature in many homes around the world, and its influence has permeated into all facets of our lives, including educational settings. Benefits of ICT in foreign language teaching and learning. First, ICT and the Internet in particular provides language learner with the opportunity to use the language that they are learning in meaningful ways in authentic context. It means that as Internet is all connected, we can create a context we want to have depending of the language we want to learn. 2. Important benefit derived from the use of ICT in a language classroom is based on the opportunity it affords for cooperation and collaboration with one's peers. Well, when we are learning using ICTs, as it's based on communication, it's also based on collaboration. So people, when they are learning, when we are learning languages, they are learning together in a collaborative way. 3. Major benefits of the use of ICT in blended language learning classrooms is the opportunity that ICT-based tools give to language teachers so that they can tutor their learners more effectively. Since ICT has a wider amount of tools we can use for teaching, well, it can be used in a more effective way since there are a wider amount, as I said before. There are more tools we can use for teaching, so we can choose the one that can be more effective for the learner. 4. With the help of ICT-based tools and the constantly growing number of available educational resources, language teachers are able to give individual and personalized guidance to the learners. Well, this is related to the third one. It means that it's not like it used to be before, that it's just a classroom with like 40 students and just one teacher, and the person who understands, which he understands, but the one he doesn't, well, he didn't understand anything. So it's different because now it offers a more personalized guidance, which means that it's from learner to teacher, the connection, not the teacher with 40 different learners. Social software and participatory learning, pedagogical choices with technology affordances in the Web 2.0 era. What is Web 2.0? Well, Web 2.0 is a brand new and more communicative form of the World Wide Web, centered on the sharing of information and social interaction. Social softwares are those Web 2.0 tools which support social interaction like email, chat rooms, forums, etc. What does it have to do with pedagogy? It's well known that learning is a social cultural process, and the use of technology for learning purposes can become an accessible, productive, and motivating experience. The use of social softwares can increase the autonomy of the learner in collaborative learning. Dana Boyd in 2007 stated these three elements as the main characteristics of learner-centered instruction. First, support for conversational interaction. 2. Support for social feedback. And 3. Support for social networks and relationships among people. Social softwares provide them all. Well, as I said before, as social softwares is all about social cultural processes, it's all about interaction among different kind of people, which is a social experience itself. Well, when we are using that element and the benefits that technology and learning can provide, well, it can become a great tool for the pedagogy. It's also called the pedagogy who is based on the use of Web 2.0 elements. It's called Pedagogy 2.0 too, since, as Dana Boyd says, it's a learner-centered instruction, it's a learner-centered kind of pedagogy which supports conversational interaction, social feedback, and relationships among people, as the social softwares provides every time. English language learners through technology. English language learners benefit the reinforcement of vocabulary and concepts through pictures, graphics, and video. They also benefit from being able to use technology to express themselves. As the authors demonstrate, technology helps English language learners find a voice, easing the transition to a new language. Acquiring a new language is important to understand how students acquire a new language in order to appreciate the significance of that technology can have in sharing success for English language learners. Well, technology helps to reinforce the vocabulary, some concepts, grammar, and other elements we can find when we are learning a new language. And it's also a great tool for the students, for the learners, for the individuals to express themselves. So it's a great way to practice the new language they're learning. Developing and extending our understanding of language learning and technology. We're able to take tools that have been created in other domains of the language learning field, languaging and process writing, and bring these together with technical cultural artifacts like Skype, virtual words, word processors, wikis, blogs, and many others to improve language development and our understanding of language development. We've seen important development in our understanding of the roles that innovative technologies are playing in altering how we do language learning in the 21st century. We look back 20 years to the invention to SMS on the mobile phone. This is an historical moment, but we can then track through its development as a tool and its use. In our case, in language education, this is a cultural history. So, the same way that the invention of SMS becoming a great tool in a, like a historic moment for the learner process, well, now that we got like Web 2.0 technology, we got all this new technology, well, this is even more historical than the SMS was. The SMS ever was. Since technology is a means to extend man's reach, then it is necessarily connected to language, in the sense that both natural language and technologies will be important to enable us to do all sorts of things in almost any area of human activity. As internet is, as I said before, is all about connections, well, those connections are all over the world. So, of course, we can find different languages in the internet. So if we use that element from the internet itself in the language learning, it can become very useful because we can use them in almost any area of human activity. Using technology in French language teaching. The main idea of the use of technology for the language of French language is that technology is destined to benefit not only present but also new generations. It means that when we are using technology for teaching, it means that we're looking at the future, we're looking forward. It will also take advantage of the technological potential that they offer us to implement in French language teaching. They are very useful since it generates teacher virtual research spaces. Several universities and educational institutions every day will benefit even more to train students since the management of computer networks, such as the internet, research networks, social networks, which is fundamental to develop various predictive and recreational activities, implementing even more diversification of pedagogical strategies, generating more participation and leading to conclude that the use of technology in the teaching and learning process of the French language is extremely important and necessary in our days. So why is it so necessary nowadays? As it says before, it's about the future. When we are using technology, we are looking always forward. It means that we are taking steps towards the future. And those steps are being taken for a lot of educational institutions and several universities that have already known, they are aware now how important is the use of those technologies in the learning and teaching processes. Virtual tools. This technological tools offers a new way of teaching, given the opportunity to exploit a specific theme to the maximum through the different didactic ways that technology currently offers. These tools are programs that help individuals to work together using a local network or the internet as a means of communication and can be defined as: first, any product of technology that allows teamwork to groups of people. 2. Tools aimed at improving the productivity of work groups or collaborative teams. 3. It enables replication of information between work groups, helping to keep it synchronized across geographically dispersed sites. These virtual tours helps a lot for the collaborative work. As I said before, when we are using ICTs, it's everything about collaborative work. People working together. It's always into those social softwares are always about the collaboration, the learning using collaborative methods. So these virtual tours I'm about to show you can make us able to connect with different people from different sides of the world. We don't need to be together. We don't need to be in the same room, in the same space to be connected and to learn collaboratively. So, virtual tools as Facebook, Prezi, Zimbaloo, Dix, Skype, YouTube, Picasso, Slideshare, Wikipedia, Flickr, LinkedIn, Delicious, and Twitter can help us to reach that goal. Thank you very much.